Some of the functionality that Webclipper provides is a way to import a Microsoft Word document that we can then populate with web data and then export to a PDF. So let me show you an example of that. This is a typical Microsoft Word document. It's not a special form type or anything like that. It's just a document that I've created. There's a couple of things that we have to do so that it will work with Webclipper. One of the first things, and I'm going to make this bigger just so that you can see, we have the start of the document should have this at the very beginning, $, and then let's make that even bigger. The curly brackets around the Word document. And then we have the same thing at the very bottom. So you can see the curly brackets around document with a $, but to end it, we put this / right in front of the word. So it's pretty straightforward. Start off with this and end with this. And what I typically do, I just find it easier to work and to build some forms like this within a table. So this is a typical Microsoft, let me show you this. Put some borders in here so we know what we're looking at. It's just a typical Microsoft Word table that I've inserted and then kind of built out, because this gives us a way to make it look nice. I'm going to go ahead and reverse those changes now that you know what we need to do. I'm going to make those small again. All right, now we're back to our starting point. Really all I need to do is to replace the static text here with something that Webclipper can understand. So I'm going to put the $, curly bracket, and then I'm going to just put customer in it. This is where the customer value will go, and I'll do that for each of these. I'll save that, and now that we have this with the template text in, I can just save it, and then I'm just going to move over to Webclipper. I've already signed in. This is a home page, and this I'm going to go over to templates. And then on the template page, I'm going to choose Add Template, and then choose the file that I want to import. That's the file that we've just been working on. And you can see, because of the text in here, the customer, PO number, order number, description, Webclipper has identified those columns, those fields, and they have listed them here. I'm going to tell Webclipper what type of fields these are. In this case, it's all text fields, but we also have the option of using a barcode, or we can also upload images that we can populate on each form. Now, in my case, I'm just taking and putting the image right in the document itself, like this one right here, or my logo. But if you ever needed to have a dynamic, maybe that changes over time and you want to change it from Webclipper, you have the option to do that as well. That field, the image field, won't be used as much, certainly, as the text and the barcode. But I'm going to set all of these to text. It's going to read in my file name, and that's what it's using for the name here, but I could update that, as well as these labels over here. I could change this to whatever I want to see, but whatever I populate for the label is what I'll see over in the Webclipper Chrome extension. If I'm happy with it, I'll go ahead and save. And once that's saved, I'll go over to the app that I'm using, the web app that I'd like to get the data from, and from here I'm going to open up Webclipper Chrome extension and then choose Output to a Document. And we have no blueprints right now, but I can start from a template, and that would be the template that we just created. So I'm going to choose the delivery form, flammable, and now you can see those fields listed of the one, and it's also giving me a preview of what it's going to look like. Now, right now, we just have placeholder data in for these fields that's going to change over time. But let me show you how you can populate this. Now, I could type in a name here, but that's not what I want to do. I want to be able to keep reusing this for all the orders that I have in my database. So I'm going to instead choose this switch, and that allows me to click the screen button and pick it from the screen. Okay, and let's go down and do each one of these. PO numbers here, order number, and finally the description is listed here. Okay, now that I've got all that populated, let's take a look at what it will look like once we go to print it. Okay, I'm happy with that. And I'm going to show you we can generate it, and that will just open another tab, and it will open up a PDF document of what we just created. Now, you can continuously do this, but let me show you how to make it a little bit easier. Back on the app and on the Chrome extension, I'm going to create a blueprint, and I'm going to call it Delivery Form Flammable. Let's create that blueprint. We can see that our blueprint was created. And I'm going to go back to the document. And now I can see under blueprints for this site, I can see the delivery form flammable is selected. So it's good that we can do it on this particular order, but let's open up another order and see how we can leverage this time and time again. I'm going to go down to this BAK Industrial, and then open up Webclipper document. I'm going to choose delivery form flammable, and you can see because we've told Webclipper where to get the data, it can go ahead and populate all this for us, as well as generate a preview of what that's going to look like. Now, if I'm happy with it, I can choose generate, and it will open up another tab with that information. So I can keep reusing that. I'll go back and show you one more example. Let's go back and open up this last one for Acme Corporation. We can see our data populated. Let's open it up. Output to a document. Choose a delivery form flammable, and it will go ahead and populate all that information straight off the web page for us. Hope you guys enjoyed this.